Hello again. It's almost tax time, and so I thought I'd take this opportunity to discuss what libertarians think about the income tax. There's a lot of debate about whether the income tax is constitutionally illegal, so I did some research, and here's what I come up with, and I've got some notes right here. Lots and lots of stuff on the internet. All you have to do is Google it. Are income taxes illegal? Come up with all the same stuff. So if you want to find it, you can find it on Google. All right. First off, the 16th Amendment is the amendment to the Constitution which provides for an income tax. Now, originally, in the first article, Section 9, Clause number 4, no capitation or direct tax shall be laid unless in proportion to the census or enumeration herein before directed to be taken. Now that says that there's no income tax on personal income, aside from the enumeration tax, which was mentioned in the same section of Article 1 in the first clause. And that has to do with immigration and importation of people. Then, in the amendment process of the Constitution, it goes to say of how amendments are to be proposed. But at the end, it says, no amendment made prior to the year 1808 shall in any manner affect the first and fourth clauses of the ninth section of the first article. Okay. Well, I read you the fourth clause of the first article of the ninth section, which was no income tax. And that says prior to 1808. Well, the Founding Fathers didn't want any income tax. And they put this in here saying that they didn't want any income tax, and they wanted to for sure try it for the 20 years after the ratification. So we went basically 130 years without an income tax. And then they proposed the 16th Amendment. The 16th Amendment, which allowed Congress to levy income tax. Now, a man named William J. Benson has done a lot of research on this and has come to the conclusion that the 16th Amendment was not legally ratified. In fact, he went so far as to say that the Secretary of State at the time, who was Philander Knox, fraudulently certified the 16th Amendment as having been ratified by 3/4 of the 48 U.S. states at the time. Now, 3/4 of the 48 states would have been 36. Now, out of those 48 states, 8 states, Rhode Island, Utah, Connecticut, New Hampshire, Kentucky, Florida, Virginia, and Pennsylvania, did not approve or ratify the amendment. Texas and Louisiana was forbidden by their own constitution to empower the federal government for tax, so they didn't even take it up. Well, bully for them. Vermont and Massachusetts rejected the amendment with a recorded vote. Tennessee, Ohio, Mississippi, California, and Washington violated their state constitutions in their ratification procedures. Minnesota did not send any copy of its resolution to Knox, let alone a signed and sealed one as required. And Oklahoma, Georgia, and Illinois made unacceptable changes in wording to the proposal, which is a violation. So that's 21 states out of the 48 states that did not legally ratify the 16th Amendment. That leaves 27 states that did. 27 does not equal 36. So according to this research, the 16th Amendment was not ratified, not legally. But that's not the point. Legally, that's the point. The Constitution, when it was written that there would be no capitation or direct tax of income. And the Founding Fathers intended it that way. That way it would be more difficult for the government to become cumbersome upon the liberties of individuals or the people. And that's the reason why there's, in the Constitution as it was originally written, it was strictly forbidden to collect an income tax. So even though the amendment was not legally ratified and still became part of law, isn't the point. The point is that the amendment process, as written in the Constitution, was not written to give more power to the government, but to give more power to the citizens and to right the injustices, such as the 13th Amendment did when it abolished slavery, and suffrage amendments gave the rights to people who did not before had the right to vote, the right to vote. And that's what the purpose of the amendment process to the Constitution was. It wasn't to empower the government, it was to empower the people. So basically, anytime that the government uses the amendment process to empower itself, it is going against what the founding fathers intended for the Constitution. So come April 15th, when you're signing that check, and I'm not saying don't sign that check because they'll come get you. Think about that. And maybe you could write your congressman or your senators a letter saying maybe we ought to propose a amendment to the Constitution to repeal the 16th Amendment, just as they did to prohibition. And I guess that's about all I got to say about that. But think about it, comment, post. Hopefully the IRS don't come get me. I still make videos. And y'all have a good one. Bye.